Hey warriors and allies, welcome to Empowerment and Illness. I'm Gwen, your host. Today we are talking about a virus many of us met years ago at a kitchen table, in a college dorm, or after a random sore throat. I think back to my 20s and remember how full life felt. We spent weekends partying, laughing, sharing food and drinks, and hugging everyone in sight. If we did feel sick, we played it off as a cold or a long weekend. When you're in your 20s, you feel indestructible. You share everything without a second thought. It was life. It was closeness. It was community. None of us knew we'd carry something that would be the match that lit a lifelong fire in our immune system. That virus is Epstein Barr, also called EBV, or the monovirus. For most people, it fades into the background and life moves on. For some of us, it stays quiet in the body and shapes our health in ways we never expected. If you live with lupus, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, Sjogren's, or other autoimmune conditions, you might feel confused and angry. You did not do anything wrong, yet your body feels like it's attacking you. No one sat you down and said, by the way, a common virus from years ago might be part of this story. That silence hurts. It makes you feel blamed, dismissed, or told to manage stress while your labs keep screaming. In this episode, I want to change that. We are going to talk about what Epstein Barr virus is, how it behaves in the body, and why scientists now believe it plays a major part in our autoimmune diseases. Large, long-term studies show that after EBV infection, the risk of multiple sclerosis jumped more than 30 times higher. And newer research suggests EBV can also trigger lupus in some people. That does not mean every person with EBV will get an autoimmune disease, but it shows a strong connection we cannot ignore. Quick note, before we go any further, this episode is for education and support only. I am not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV. This is not medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please talk with your healthcare provider before making any changes to your care. Let's start simple. Epstein-Barr virus is a very common herpes virus. It spreads through saliva, so through kissing, sharing drinks, or any close contact. By adulthood, almost everyone on the planet has been exposed to it. For some people, it shows up as mononucleosis, also known as mono, or the kissing disease, with a sore throat, swollen glands, and heavy fatigue. For others, the first infection is quiet and never gets labeled. You live your life and never know it happened. Here's the part many doctors do not explain. Once you get Epstein-Barr, it does not leave your body. The virus hides inside your cells, especially your B cells, which helps manage your immune system. Most of the time, it stays in a resting state. Your immune system keeps it under control, but it never clears it out completely. That long-term, quiet infection is what researchers focus on when they study autoimmunity. Over the past 20 years, researchers started to see the same pattern again and again. Many people with autoimmune diseases had signs of a past Epstein-Barr infection. A lot of them also had higher EBV antibody levels than people without those conditions. The connection shows up across several autoimmune diseases, which pushes researchers to look deeper. Newer research shows a similar pattern in lupus. A study from Stanford found Epstein-Barr hiding inside the B cells of people with lupus far more often than in healthy people. These infected B cells were also more likely to be self-reactive, which means they were ready to attack the body's own tissues. This points to Epstein-Barr as a strong trigger, especially in people who already carry genetic risk. So when we say Epstein-Barr can act as a catalyst, we are talking about real evidence, not a guess. Now, let's talk about how a virus from years ago can affect your body today. Scientists use a term called molecular mimicry. It sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. Some parts of the virus look very similar to proteins in your body. When your immune system learns to attack Epstein Barr, it can mistake your own tissues for the virus because they look alike. In multiple sclerosis, one EBV protein looks so similar to a protein in the brain and spinal cord that the immune system ends up attacking both. In lupus and other autoimmune conditions, Epstein Barr seems to change how B cells behave. It can turn on genes linked to autoimmunity and help reactive B cells survive when they should stay quiet. That creates the perfect storm. You have B cells reacting to Epstein Barr, and some of those same B cells also react to parts of your own body. The virus encourages them to multiply and call in other immune cells, which increases inflammation. There is another layer to it. Epstein Barr interacts with genetics, hormones, and environment. Many autoimmune diseases affect women more than men. Researchers believe female hormones, such as estrogen, can make some of these immunopaths more active. Some people also carry genetic variants that make it easier for EBV to influence immune-related genes. When you combine genes, hormones, and a common virus, the immune system can become more reactive. Here is an important truth. Epstein Barr is likely a major factor, not the only factor. Not everyone with EBV develops an autoimmune disease. Some people have high EBV antibodies and never get diagnosed with anything. Researchers see EBV as one part of a larger picture that also includes other infections, vitamin D levels, trauma, smoking, gut health, stress, and environmental triggers. The point is not to blame one virus. The point is to understand that your symptoms have real biological behind them. You are not imagining your illness. Your body is doing exactly what science shows it can do. So what does all of this look like in real life? Many warriors can trace their story back to a familiar timeline. A tough case of mono in high school or college. Months of fatigue that never felt fully resolved. Years pass. Then strange symptoms start showing up. Numbness, joint pain, rashes, crushing exhaustion. Brain fogs that feel heavy and unfair. At first, no one connects these symptoms to anything. When a diagnosis finally comes, that old infection feels like a forgotten chapter. You look back and think, so this started way before I knew something was wrong? Right now, most doctors do not screen for Epstein Barr when they diagnose autoimmune conditions. Treatment focuses on calming the immune system through steroids, biologics, disease-modifying drugs, and lifestyle changes. Some research teams are starting antiviral options or B-cell targeted therapies for severe cases, but these are still in the research stage. They are not standard care. It is important not to start antiviral programs, detox plans, or supplement stacks without a provider who understands your full health picture. What you can do is ask informed questions. You can say, has anyone looked at Epstein Barr in relation to my condition? Or, what does current research say about EBV in my diagnosis? You can also ask if there are clinical trials in your area that focus on EBV-related treatment. Your doctor may not have every answer, and that is okay. What matters is that you start the conversation. You deserve clear and honest information. You also deserve to protect your energy from people who make your illness sound like a mindset problem. You can say, there is strong research connecting past Epstein Barr infections with diseases like mine. My symptoms are real, and my immune system plays a major role. You do not owe anyone a debate. You deserve support, not judgment. Your body is not failing for no reason. You are living with a complex immune history, and science is finally catching up to what you already know. Learning about Epstein Barr can feel heavy, but it does not have to leave you scared. The goal is understanding, not fear. Once you know how this virus works and how it connects to autoimmune conditions, you can make steady choices that support your health. You can move forward with confidence instead of guessing your way through flares after flare. Start by building a plan that fits the body you live in. That plan does not need to be perfect. You only need a few solid habits that support your immune system. Focus on sleep, regular meals, hydration, and gentle movement that feels safe. These steps help your body stay calm. They give your immune system less chaos to respond to. Next, clean up information sources. Epstein Barr comes with a lot of noise online. You will see extreme diets, expensive supplements, and cures that promote results overnight. You do not need any of that pressure. Stick with sources that respect science. Look for information from doctors, researchers, and advocacy groups that focus on safety. You deserve steady guidance, not fear tactics. Also, pay attention to how your mind responds to this topic. It is normal to feel frustrated. It is normal to look back and wonder how a little sore throat turned into a lifelong immune story. Give yourself grace. None of this is your fault. You did not choose this virus. You did not cause your illness. You're doing your best with the information you have, and that is enough. Finally, remind yourself that you have tools, support, and a community behind you. You do not have to figure this out alone. You have resources that help you track your symptoms, communicate with your medical team, and prepare for flare days. You have people who understand the emotional weight of living with a complex illness. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from strength. Let's take a quick break for an important announcement. This episode is brought to you by Empowerment and Illness Store. This is where you find the advocacy tools and wellness resources created to support warriors in real life. Today's spotlight features My Voice Ally and My Flarecast. These tools help you stay organized, informed, and prepared on hard days. You can find them in the store and the link posted on our social media accounts. My Voice Ally gives you support in medical appointments. You answer a few simple questions and it creates a clean and confident summary you can take to your doctor. It helps you speak clearly. It helps you stay focused. You walk in prepared instead of overwhelmed. My Flarecast helps you understand your symptoms and your patterns. You log your day and the system watches for trends. It's an alert when a flare is likely. You get time to prepare. You stay in control instead of being caught by surprise. Both tools were built to make your journey easier. You do not need perfect health to use them. You only need a few minutes and a desire to support your future self. They help you stay steady. They help you stay informed. Be prepared. Don't panic. And now back to our show. Before we leave, I would like to close with a special portion of the show I call Healing Heartbeats. This is where we allow ourselves to wallow in sorrow. Give yourself 3 minutes to laugh, cry, scream, cuss, or just sit in silence. Whatever you need to do to feel it, do it. Let the depression in for only 3 minutes. Once you've reached 3 minutes, compartmentalize it and get back to living. This is a rinse and repeat behavior. You cannot let depression take over because when it does, it will not let go. When we hear about the passing of someone, they have the day they were born and the day they pass away. There is a dash in the middle. It's not a long line, but a short dash. That dash represents your life. Go live in spite of having a chronic illness. Don't let your condition stop you. Today we open the door to a part of chronic illness that many people never hear about. We talked about how Epstein Barr can enter your life quietly, hide in your body for years, and shape your immune system in ways no one warned you about. You did not cause this. You were living your life. You were young, social, and connected. Learning the truth now does not change the past, but it gives you language for what your body has carried. We also talk about the science. We name the studies, the patterns, and the evidence that shows how EBV can be a real catalyst for autoimmune conditions. This does not mean every person with EBV will get sick. It means your symptoms have a story. Your illness has roots. Your body is not random or broken. Your body is doing exactly what research says it can do when old infections and the immune system collide. My hope is that this episode helps you feel more grounded. You have the right to ask questions. You have the right to seek care that respects you. You have the right to understand your health without fear or shame. When you know what your body is facing, you can support yourself with clarity. You can walk into appointments with confidence. You can protect your peace. As always, you are not walking this path alone. You're part of a community that understands the weight you carry. You're part of a movement that believes in your strength, your voice, and your future. Remember, you have the strength, the heart, and the support to continue your journey. Be safe.